Hi there, thanks for tuning in. If you're a surfer who's over 40, you've probably had that exact feeling when you're paddling your heart out but you're catching fewer waves, and surfing becomes more of a chore, more of a workout and less of a release. The secret to having more fun is having more foam. Boards that are easier to paddle, easier to catch waves and generate their own speed, leaving you more time to practice on your manoeuvres. They've been absolute game changers for me. First off, let's be clear, I'm not talking about being old, I'm talking about surfing smarter. We might not have the explosive pop-up that we once had, and our shoulders probably feel like a bowl of Rice Krispies. After decades of paddling, stiffness in your hips and your back, repetitive motion injuries, I know that's one for me for sure with my shoulders. It's all part of the game for lifelong surfers, and I'm not saying that you can't ride a shortboard or even a skinny shortboard in your 40s. I managed to win the British Championships over 28 division when I was 44 on a very skinny wafer thin board. Looking back on it, I'm sure it's contributed to some of the shoulder issues that I'm having now. Who even knew shoulders was a thing? I'm sharing 3 surfboards that are absolute game changers for surfers that are over 40 and beyond. And the absolute beauty of these boards is that they can be used by beginners up to advanced surfers if they're sized correctly. So the first board up is for the surfer who is still a shortboarder at heart. You love that responsive feel and hitting the lip. The hybrid surfboard, one of my personal favourites, and I've been riding hybrids for years. How would we define a hybrid surfboard? Blends the high performance features of a standard shortboard with the user-friendly attributes of a smaller wave board, like a fish or a groveler. A hybrid shortboard has more volume, more width and less rocker, which makes it a breeze to paddle and a breeze to catch waves, but you still retain that shortboard feeling that you really love. The next board up is the mid-length. This is the ultimate do-it-all wave magnet, usually running from about 6'8" up to 7'10", with 45 to 60 litres of volume, so loads of paddle power, which gets you into waves super early and gives you an unfair advantage maybe. Mid-lengths offer the perfect stability for takeoff but still allow for good turns and manoeuvres. This is a board that I maybe should have in my quiver. I've actually got a 20-year-old what was called a fun board then, but it's a really nice mid-length shape downstairs, hardly used by Nikki. I bought it for her 30th. It's super faded and I keep meaning to take it in and try it out. And look, there's an old epoxy from 20 plus years ago. But I've been resisting. I surfed the Revo Max 6'3", which really would be classed as a mini mid-length, but I just didn't like all of that board out front, even though I used to surf shortboards that were between 6'2" and 6'4". I'm not sure why I don't want to get on the train when I see surfers like Margot shredding on mid-lengths and having so much fun in their 50s. I guess I'm just being stubborn. Or is it just stupidity? Board type number 3. Fishes and twin fins. I know that you can have fishes that are twin fins, but there are twin fins that are more shortboard shapes and also mid-lengths. I absolutely love the fish and I've been surfing them for years. When I was shaping, I used to want to just shape fishes all the time. They are so much fun. If your surfing is feeling a little bit stale, then a fish and a twin fin can really liven it up and give you some spark. Draw some new lines. It's a great answer when your shortboard is bogging. The shorter and wider design and less rocker just allows the board to plane and generate its own speed and make average days super fun, injecting a massive dose of fun back into your surfing, which for me, that's what I want. I want to go fast and I want to do turns, and you can do that on the fish and the twin fin and the two combined. You see so many of the pros riding twin fins and fishy twin fins off season, and the retired pro surfers and ex-world champions, because twin fins are such good fun. Josh Kerr is trying to re-qualify for the WCT on a twin fin, an impossible feat a few years ago. There was a time when the judges would have deemed it cheating, but he's absolutely shredding on those boards. I know from friends in the past that some people just cannot get on with fishes. I think if that's the case, then a hybrid is a really good option. You might notice that I haven't included longboards. Years ago when I was in my early 20s, I went through a little stage of riding longboards, and I actually own several and one high performance one. But it's just not my thing, and I'm still a shortboarder at heart. I love riding hybrids. My favourite board is the Machado Cardo, and I love riding fishes and twin fins. They're just so much fun. For me, I've just had to embrace the foam, and I enjoy surfing boards that put a smile on my face. And if that doesn't include amazing progression, then that's cool with me. So there you have it. 3 boards that I think are great to surf when you're in your 40s, 50s and beyond. What's your game-changing board? I'd love to know in the comments. See you in the next one.